Honestly Sarcastic with the Hyperloops, and today I want to talk to you about the Content Creator Showdown. What I decided to do months ago was to talk to several of the other content creators. We're going to run like a mini tournament. The first time through, I just wanted to have like eight participants. We're going to play each other, record from our own sides. Waiting for the wipe. Sorry. Okay. Record from our own point of views. I wasn't sure if we were going to try to do like analysis or like explain like deck stuff. It later evolved because we had some troubles with communication. It was taking too long. So recently, probably like 2 or 3 weeks back, I got in touch with everybody to see where we were at. Some people were still busy, so I had to like replace them with other content creators. So once you hear this lineup, if you're wondering where some of your favorites are, they were just busier than normal right now, so they couldn't find the time. So we found other people in the meantime. This may expand up to a 16-person type thing, or we may just keep it at 8 and then shift people in and out based on like who's busy and who's not busy, etc., etc. But the breakdown is like this. For this round, because the format is brand spanking new, we dropped what our old intentions were. I'll tell you about our old intentions potentially after, or I might just release that video also. But that one is currently underwater waiting for everything to go through. Anyways, so we are looking at a brand new format. So we're just going to pretty much make it free-for-all style as far as play whatever you want. But we're going to play Conquest format. So what's going to happen is the 8 content creators, I should probably actually talk about them. So there is us, the Hyperloops. That's 1. Number 2, Jedi Trials. 3, 3-man meta. 4, New Brainer, Game Slayer. 5, oh my god, my brain just farted. Rebel Gray. 6, the Double Blanks. 7, Starkiller Base. And 8, the Artificery Crew. So anyone who doesn't know who the Artificery Crew hasn't been playing online events, and it's done by like Pro Yeti and his crew, Arathion, I think Agent Zion, Lasky. I don't know if it's Lassie or Lasky, Lasky, I don't know. You're Lasky for now, bro. Sorry. But anyways, those guys run a lot of the online events. They're the ones doing like the TTS S3. I got some gripes for you guys, by the way. But you guys already have enough people like eating your heads off for that, so I'm not going to complain in this video. Anyways, so those are the 8 set of, or 8 content participants. We're only going to grab 1 from each. To me, it doesn't matter if they switch out or we switch out or whatever. It's kind of based on like schedule. We want to get this content out to you guys, especially because right now it's kind of like open territory as far as like what decks to play, what looks good. So I can't even begin to try to give you any sort of, tier list, because that's what some people believe is my favorite word. So you're going to see like complete free-for-all as far as we're going to play whatever we want. There's going to be like no bannings, restrictions on that normal stuff. Everything's going to be normal format, so you don't have to worry about like some crazy thing. But for each round, and it's going to be 3 rounds, and we're going to just randomly set them up without like winners playing winners, losers playing losers. So I'm just going to set up 3 rounds right now. Well, not right now because I'm driving, but I'm going to just set up 3 rounds, publish it, and people are going to set up their schedules with their opponents and try to get those out. Similar to how like Season 3 people just hit up the people to try to get the games in. So we're going to play from our own perspectives, our point of views. And what we're going to do is we're going to gather all the links. Everyone's going to, or all the content makers are going to be able to post their own videos to their own channels, but we're going to try to make it easily accessible to watch whomever and then like what decks they're playing. So you'll probably see a new page on the Hyperloops, as well as somewhere on each of those websites that you'd be able to access the Content Creator Showdown and be able to see, some of your favorite content creators play maybe some of your not so favorite content creators or people you've never heard or known, so you can get used to them and kind of open up your eyes in this new format to see what's available. So we're going to be playing Conquest format. Conquest format goes like this, or at least the way we're doing it's like this. Each content is going to have 3 decks. They're going to create their own decks, and when we're playing, so let's say I'm playing D House from Jedi Trials. Yeah, David. Yeah, I can't say his last name. Okay, D House. So let's say I'm playing D House from Jedi Trials, and I pull out Sabine Ezra, and he pulls out, I'm going to say Thrawn Bazine. So if he beats me with Thrawn Bazine, now Thrawn Bazine has won. So now the deck gets retired. He has his first win. Now he has 2 other decks. I still have my 3 decks, and we play another game. Now we go like this until one person has won with all 3 of their decks. So someone could end up, like, he could win with his first 2 decks, and then his last deck isn't maybe so good, and I end up beating him with my next 3. And so it's essentially a best of 5, but it's all completely different decks. I don't know about the word complete. I'm not setting any sort of like unique restrictions where, let's say you had Padawan in one deck, you can't have Padawan in the others, or like, I guess Padawan's a bad description. Let's say you had Snap in one deck, you couldn't have Snap in the others. None of that stuff. Like, they build whatever 3 decks they want, as long as it's not, you know, the same deck 3 times. It's all good. So this way you guys can see a bunch of different decks, you can see a bunch of different matches versus each other, and we're going to keep the same lineups through the 3 rounds, but I'm not locking people into having the same 30 card deck list. It's too early in the format. We don't really have a big understanding of the best 30 cards for a deck, so there's no reason to have you guys see, I guess, junk. The character lineups should be capable of evolving. So let's say he played Thrawn Bazine and he forgot Chance Cube. It wasn't great, but he beats me with that, whatever. So after the next round, he realizes, crap, I should have put Chance Cube in my deck, or I should have put Bait and Switch in my deck, because I need that in order to, you know, do whatever. Like, he wants to change Houndstooth to have 3 shields. He wanted a Bait and Switch. So he's allowed to put the Bait Switches in his deck and make alterations. I would hope, in general, that any of the content makers that go and make adjustments would kind of talk about either like what they gained for knowledge from the matches, and, you know, what potential changes they're making. It's all based on whether they want to share their lists or not. So don't shit on people if they make the adjustments but kind of don't explain it. They may have big events coming. I think it'd be cool though if after each set of games, the content creators like kind of talked about the decks and what they played against, and just their thoughts as a whole. I think there could be a lot to learn for all of the viewers, as far as like the meta and different stuff that we're throwing at the wall to see if it sticks. So I'd say look forward to the Content Creator Showdown. It should be coming in sporadic parts, or over the next few weeks. I try to put a 2-week clock on the stuff, but we're all human and we all get busy. So hopefully you'll start seeing the videos flow out. I'm going to set up the random generator today, and then hopefully get the page set up at some point today, if not tomorrow, and then maybe people start getting games in ASAP and you can find these games. So we should have it at the hyperloop.com. You'll find a new button for it, and then I'd say you should be able to check any of the other content creators' pages for information as well, as soon as they get to that, because I'm essentially doing stuff first, and I'm the one, like, not hosting, but like gathering people. It's kind of cheaty of me to get all the stuff out first, but big whoop, haha. But yeah, so look forward to that. I expect it to be great. I'm gonna make Destiny great again. Don't hate me, I know. I had to. But so it'll be interesting enough. I'd love to see what gets played and the different things. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you see this, leave some comments. Throw some shout outs for your favorite content creators, and I'll try to see if I can get some links going for all 8 of us, or I guess 7, since if you're going to our website, you would know where we're at. But I'll try to get the links out so you guys can see more of the vids and stuff done by the other content makers. And then as a disclaimer, if you're wondering why like Knights of Ren or some of the SW Destiny guys aren't in it, or Tiny Grimes, they were pretty busy. Tiny Grimes thought he'd be able to do it, and then last minute he said he was just too busy, and I commend him for not just like leaving, you know, all of us hanging, and then, you know, just being incapable of playing, and then trying to find someone last minute would be kind of rough. For the Knights of Ren guys, they were also pretty busy. Communication like lagged quite a bit, and I let everyone know that like if people were busy, it was perfectly fine, just bow out. But if communication started to be very slow, then it was something where I was just gonna move forward without them in the meantime, because the big thing was getting something available for you guys right away. And then SW Destiny crew, I haven't really heard from them in a long time. I've seen Magnuson, I think, put out a like Maz Ezra Ray deck for like Mind Probe stuff, which looked kind of cool. But I haven't seen much. It seems like all of the guys have been super duper busy. So that's why they're not currently in this one either. After this, I'll probably try to reconnect and see who's available, who's not available, and like mix it up very often. But first, we gotta get to the first one before we look to the future, right? So I'd say Content Creator Showdown is gonna be great, and look forward to it, guys. Honest Sarcastic reporting out. Once again, let us know your thoughts in the comments. And so I always try to say bye, and then I realize other stuff. I talk a lot. Sorry. So the other format, or the format we were looking originally, prior to the RRG like Atom Bomb drop, was that we were going to pick some of the least used characters, or you know, the bad characters, but they were still like somewhat playable, and we were going to pretty much draw straws to see who got what, and then build decks based around those. And then there were a couple different like scenarios. So one of them was like, all right, you get that one character, then you have to build a yellow version, a red version, and a blue version of it, and not mono. So like, let's say you got Luminara, so the blue version would obviously be mono blue, and then blue yellow, and then blue red, so that people could kind of see where we took it, and maybe get some great ideas, and maybe find some world beater in there somehow, and that it would be pretty interesting. The only thing I didn't want to do is I didn't want to go kind of like rainbow with it, because it kind of felt like we may just try to avoid the character entirely. So like in the situation where it was like Luminara, to go rainbow you'd have to run her 1 die, and if someone got something like Bosk, you could more easily go rainbow, and that's kind of not fair. So avoided that thing, but for now that's on hold until we get through this one, because the new format changes seems much better and interesting than playing a draft format where we really just don't know what the hell's going on. So look forward to it, guys. If we finish this and I'm like stagnating as far as getting like second and third versions going, spam me up, kick me in the butt. I definitely want to get stuff going. I want you guys to be able to enjoy watching like the games and whatnot, and learning. So yeah, no, that's pretty much it. But the Rosewood, I can't say our catch saying. I don't particularly know it well. So let the rolls be with you. Is that what it is? Yeah. All right. Peace out. Non-sarcastic out. Deuces.